Mr. Speaker, the government continues to enhance enrollment and increase capitation for free primary and secondary education. As directed by His Excellency the President when receiving the results of 2016 KCSE exams, and in an effort to enhance efficiency in the utilization of resources, the government is speeding up the implementation of the Education Information Management System to ensure that education data in the country is accurate, up-to-date, and available. Further, Mr. Speaker, and as from this year, the Kenya National Examination Council, as directed by the President, will cease the use of index numbers and instead ensure all registered examination candidates have unique personal identifier UPIs in student registration numbers, and that they will use throughout their education life. Mr. Speaker, to further support this initiative, we have provided 4 billion for examination fee waiver for all Class 8 and Form 4 candidates who will be sitting for the Kenya National Examination exams. Mr. Speaker, the Jubilee government promised to provide both the free primary and free day secondary education to all our children. To further support this program, I have allocated 14 billion for the free primary education program and 33 billion for the free day secondary education program. In order to minimize absenteeism of students from schools, which affects their academic performance, particularly in arid and semi-arid areas, I have set aside 2.5 billion for the school feeding program. Additionally, I have allocated 500 million to support the provision of sanitary towels to our girls in schools. To further increase the ratio of our teacher to student, I have set aside 2 billion for the recruitment of additional teachers. Mr. Speaker, all these interventions in the education sector also have a significant and direct impact on the cost of living for many Kenyans. Mr. Speaker, as promised by the Jubilee administration, the government has rolled out the digital literacy program to public primary schools across the country. The government targets to finish distributing the remaining ones before the end of this year. To further entrench digital literacy among our children and cover the remainder of the pupils across the country, I have allocated 13.4 billion for deployment of digital devices to schools. Mr. Speaker, to further support the development in our secondary schools, I have allocated 300 billion for the upgrading of national schools. Mr. Speaker, Kenya's education system is highly ranked regionally and globally. This means Kenya has strengthened in its talent pool and could leverage to attract investors as well as become a strong exporter of talent in the region. Indeed, the ongoing curriculum review efforts, which shifts to a competency-based framework, is an essential part of the drive for retaining Kenya's competitive human resource advantage. Towards this end, the government will concentrate on improving the technical, vocational training and university quality, attracting and retaining the best talent, producing job market-ready talent domestically and for the world. In this regard, Mr. Speaker, 60 technical and vocational training colleges have been constructed with an additional 70 TVCs still under construction and expected to be completed by June 2017. In addition, Mr. Speaker, the government is also in the process of equipping the existing institutions with appropriate training equipment. To further support the growth of technical institutions in the country, I have allocated 600 million for technical, vocational education and training in this budget. As we forge towards industrialization, the technical training institutes will become indispensable for developing skills needed in the industrial sector. Mr. Speaker, enrollment in our universities, both public and private, has risen, owing to, among others, the establishment of the Kenya universities and colleges' central placement services, which has ensured equitable placement of learners in both public and private universities as well as colleges, a departure from the past where central admissions were the preserves of public universities.